25th week in Ordinary Time, Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. In yesterday's reading, Ezra provided a snapshot of the rebuilding of the Lord's house, its dedication followed by the priest's sacrifices, worship, and offerings. It was a joyful celebration. Today he goes before the Lord in humility, seeking the face of God over the excesses of his people, the atrocities, wickedness, guilt, and their iniquities that led them to servitude. The mirror of the ruined temple reflects their spiritual decay and abandonment. That's what happens when we remove God and divorce Him from our lives. We become vulnerable and slaves to evil. But God is merciful. He roused King Darius to speed up its rehabilitation without delay, restoring their peace and hope. He replaced darkness with light. Ezra realized this and gave thanks and praise to God. Similarly, Jesus sends his disciples to teach, minister, and heal. He sends them to shine his light and dispel the spirit of darkness and evil. Jesus gave his 12 apostles the power and authority to cast out demons, heal the sick, and proclaim God's kingdom. He instructed them on how to bring God's goodness to the world. However, the apostles were limited to what they could carry along. They were to travel light, and access carry on can be burdensome. It is also a mark of humility to be unassuming in dealing with the world. On the other hand, it calls for a reliance on God, a reminder that God is our source and provider. A seasoned priest once told me that when you get to your place of assignment, you should never forget that you need two things: God and people. Over time, I have come to realize the truth and wisdom of his words. Jesus instructed his apostles on what to do and what not to do. He called them as they were, empowered them, and equipped them for their task. They were ordinary people who struggled and often misunderstood Jesus. But they persevered. To preach the gospel is the church's mission. Jesus sends his apostles to convey his truth, love, mercy, and healing to the world. It is at the heart of making disciples and proclaiming God's kingdom. The goal is to become more like Jesus. When our lives become a true testament to the gospel, Christ is visible in the world, and darkness and evil are dispelled. Have a beautiful day.